This is our first year actually teaching a curriculum for history and seeing through a curriculum for science as a family together. I just never felt like we really needed a curriculum for science or history before this year. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are a homeschooling family of 4. We have a son and a daughter who are 10 and 8. I can't even believe it. And we live in the wonderful state of Florida. On this channel, you'll find curriculum reviews, shopping hauls, and just all about homeschooling family life. So if you like that kind of thing, be sure to click subscribe and stay tuned because today we are going to be talking about our family subjects. So if you are new to homeschooling, you're probably thinking, what the heck are family subjects? Do I need them for my children? I don't even know where to start to think about where to look for those. I'm going to show you today what we use in our homeschooling, and maybe you can see if it would be helpful for your family and your kids as well. So my 10-year-old and my 8-year-old have their own individual curriculum for certain subjects, such as language arts, math, handwriting, reading, those kinds of things. We do those independently. So my son has his own books. My daughter has her own level of books because they are on different levels for different subjects. However, some things we use as a family style subject, meaning that we all come together. If you hear that in the background, I'm sorry, they are mowing our grass today. We all come together and sit at the dining room table. That is mainly where we do our homeschool. So we do not have a dedicated homeschool room in our house. We live in a smaller house. It is one of the sacrifices that we make to be able to homeschool our children. And we're totally fine with it, honestly. I see on, YouTube and Instagram these beautifully done homeschool rooms that they're great and they're so pretty. They're gorgeous to look at. But for our family, that just wouldn't be functional. That just doesn't work for us. We typically homeschool at the dining room table, on the couch, even outside of the home. So at the park, at a coffee shop, in the car if we have to, right? Wherever we need to. That's just what works better in this season for our family. So when I say we all come together for a family subject, those subjects would be Bible, science, and history right now. That can evolve and change over time. This year, this is what we're doing as a family style subject. And like I mentioned in the intro, we haven't had a curriculum that involved Bible or history ever before this year. So it's been kind of a transition for our family, for my kids. I'm not gonna lie, some days it's really difficult to get everything in, and we just have to be okay with knowing that some days all the subjects for all the things are just not going to happen, and that's totally fine because that's the beauty of homeschooling, is you make it work for you and your family. Don't feel like you have to do public school at home. So, meaning that my kids do not sit down at a table from 8 to 3 o'clock and are doing schoolwork. I might die if that ever happens. Like I mentioned, we do Bible, science, and history. So I'm going to give you a look today into what those subjects look like for us and how we do them together as a family. So obviously my son is older, my daughter is younger, and at first I was kind of worried with a science or history curriculum that it would either be too easy for my son, who's 2 years ahead, or too hard for my daughter, who's 2 years behind. But thankfully, so far, I think we've been able to find a happy balance of curriculum that involves both of them. And while I can't imagine teaching, a high schooler and an early elementary age, these curriculums do allow for that. So there are different levels within this family style curriculum. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that in a second. So first, let's cover Bible. So if you guys have watched my 5th and 3rd grade curriculum picks, you know that we chose to do the not consumed Bible studies. Now, they do have 2 different levels for those. However, we do them together. So they are very, very similar. However, my son's is a little bit more advanced than my daughter's, but overall the theming is still the same for their Bible studies. Every day they're talking about the same scripture readings, and so we do those together, even though they have different questions or prompts in their own Bible study. So to go with the not consumed Bible studies that they're doing, we also read together this book, and it is called Theology. And it is a fantastic book if for kids from teeny tiny kids all the way up to high school. I think there's so much knowledge in this book alone. If you guys have seen this one floating around, let me know down in the comments. Do you have it? Is it on your wish list? Have you never heard of it? It's fantastic. I can't say enough about this book. So inside we will just pick one page a day, and the artwork here is so beautiful too. So I will read this part together, and then it always offers like extra scripture readings. So in here, like there's Genesis 35:10, and so I will have them open their Bibles. We will flip to it, and we will read the different scripture passages. Hebrews 11:8, Isaiah 43:1-3, and so forth. And so we will just talk about kind of each scripture passage. So this we do in conjunction with the Not Consumed Bible Studies. And I call that our Bible curriculum. We also had been doing a daily devotional from Louis Giglio, I think is his name. And it was, and how great devotional. It was a science-based one. And so you could actually use that as a family-based style curriculum. You could take a science-based devotional and turn it into your science curriculum. So you can go down so many rabbit holes based on every day was a different topic, from things like hibernating to, your blood to allergies. Go down rabbit hole, and you could totally do that. So the next thing after our Bible study is we do just another reading from this nature book. It's called Slow Down, 50 Mindful Moments in Nature. Somebody on here on YouTube was talking about it, and I thought something I always like to do is see if our library has a book first so that we can quote unquote rent it, right? Borrow it, and then see if it will actually work for our family. If it's something that I find like we're just going to keep continuing coming back to, then I will go ahead and purchase the book. But if not, if the book is like, I don't think this is going to work for us, I don't feel bad because I didn't purchase it, and I can just return it to the library. This one, this is on borrow from the library, but I do think we'll probably eventually start purchasing this because it's just so cute. And so this is what the inside looks like. This is a dragonfly. We will just do one topic or theme and read about it, and then if the kids have questions, we can research the questions, and if they don't, that's okay too. It just gives them a little glimpse into some nature, and the pictures are absolutely beautiful. That is what we do for our Bible. Next is science. We are only on this is our 4th week we're doing now of school. And so far, science has been, all 3 of us have enjoyed science. And I don't normally enjoy science, but it's been really fun. So we're doing a nature study club, and this month is all about oceans, which is perfect because we live minutes from the beach, and it's been really fun for the kids to learn more about kind of where we live in Florida and how all the animals and the creatures and the different like layers of the ocean and how the waves work, and it's been so fantastic. I cannot speak highly enough of this one. So I will just like I said, this is a family style subject, so we all come together and we do this together. So each child has, my son and my daughter each have their own binder here, and this is the Oceans and Shark Week, and so they just have their own binder with all of their different, you can see part of it was drawing and coloring a hammerhead shark the other day. Oops, sorry, upside down. And this is my son's drawing. I was trying to remember whose this was. This was his drawing. So this is part of the science and it incorporates art and geography, and it's just so perfect for us. And so for this one, each day, I can do a flip through if you guys are really interested in this science unit and want to see more, because honestly, I feel like I scoured YouTube and nobody talks about this homeschool science curriculum. I wanted to know more about it and I couldn't find out more information. And so it was $12. I just went ahead and bought it, and I'm so happy I did, you guys. And so I can do a little bit more of a flip through if you would like to on this. This is a monthly topic. And so next month is going to be all about geology for the month of August. The kids are really excited. My son is very into Minecraft. I feel like if you have a boy, you know, right? And he's super into like diamonds and learning all about how diamonds come to be a diamond and where they're found and how to mine them. And so he's very excited for that unit. But right now we are doing, and then they have, like I said, they have their own binder. And then I have the teacher's guide for this. So this came with the curriculum. So I'm able to follow right along in here with them. And I love that it has an outline for me so I can see exactly what we're doing every day prior to. Again, this is not something that we do every day because I just can't fit it all in. I really want to give us a lot of white space in our homeschooling so that the kids don't feel overwhelmed, they're not getting burnt out, we're not having meltdowns. And so I found lots of breaks in between subjects are super helpful, and just realizing that we're not going to get to everything, and that's okay. So the last one we do together is history. This is our first history curriculum official that we have ever done as a family. So I decided to go with Gather Round. We have used Gather Round in the past, several years ago. The first year we started homeschooling, they have a free, I don't know if it's free anymore. If you know, tell me down in the comments. A free unit called Oceans, and it is just so lovely. We loved it so much. The kids learned so much from that. And I thought, you know what, let's do this again, because I had scoured things like Knotgrass and the Tuttle Twins and master books, and I don't know, everything just felt very like textbooky and heavy, and I really didn't want to. Honestly, I think kind of sometimes history can just be really boring, and I didn't want to introduce it like that to the kids. And so I wanted them to be really excited about history and about learning more. And so I thought, okay, we know we've used Gather Round before. We loved their style of teaching. And so I just thought, let's do what they have, at least for right now, and we can see how it goes. And so far it's been going really well. So this is their U.S. History 1, A New World. This is my teacher's guide. And so this comes as a digital product. I believe you can still get it as like a hard copy sent to your house, but I just choose the digital product, and then I just have it printed off in my house. And I just kind of print it as we go. And so this one, we're talking about the indigenous people, Christopher Columbus, Jamestown settlement, Pocahontas, the first Thanksgiving, the colonies. And it is 20 lessons. You can do it as slow or as fast as you want to. There's just like, it's jam-packed with stuff. So you could really, really like make this stretch. So I only print off like the day before what we're gonna need. There's so many like arts and crafts in here. There's so many rabbit holes that you can go down, and activities, and oh my goodness, just so many things. So each of my kids has their own notebook, and so this is the teacher's guide, so it will list for me based on the kids that I have one that is an I have one that's an early elementary, and then one that's an upper elementary, and so it will tell me exactly what they have to do each day. Again, you guys, if you want to see more about this, I can do a flip through. Just let me know down in the comments, and I'd be happy to do that for you. This goes from pre-reader all the way up to high school. So if you have, you know, a tiny baby toddler at home, and you have somebody that's 16, 17 years old, you can use this. And that's what I love about Gather Round, is they are all family style unit studies. Sure, if you search Gather Round here on YouTube, you will find so many people talking about it because it is a big hit in the homeschool world. Okay, and so those are our 3 family style subjects that we do in our homeschool. I'm looking for a really good art curriculum. So if you know of something, or you've used something in the past that your family has loved, I would love to hear your suggestions about what art curriculum your family has loved, or maybe one that you've heard is really good and you want to try out. My daughter is very big into drawing, coloring, any kind of like illustration work. She wants to be an illustrator when she's older. I really kind of want to give her the tools to be able to increase her skill in her craft, but I just really don't know of any. So I would love to hear what you guys know of any art curriculums down below. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, if you want to see more of anything, be sure to let me know. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.